Hello you guys! Welcome back to another video on my channel from China with Love. And today we have a very special video because it's not gonna be about China or Mexico, but it's gonna be about Hong Kong. Yeah, a place which many of us expats living in Shenzhen do love and do often visit to get all kind of stuff, but that is gonna be part of the video. In this video we're gonna cover 10 things which I am grateful for in Hong Kong. Yeah! And the first one, it's gonna be the boost and drive that exists in the whole island. Like the whole place is just bursting with energy to make business, to get things done, to get deals signed. And if you have ever been in Hong Kong, you will know what I'm talking about. Especially, there are so many international trade shows all year long. Like all year round, there can be some expositions, fairs, like you could meet some Chinese suppliers as well as Italian suppliers, Indian suppliers. There are all kind of goodies showing out there. So I think it's just kind of a small window to the world of business, especially trading. It's also a very important port. So trading, international shipping, it's made easily. That'll be number one. Basically, it's summarized on like the energy to make business, like the boost, the drive. Like once you arrive there, you feel like I want to do business because everybody's running. I mean, they're running. It's a kind of stressful place, but also gives you kind of a feeling of energy. And people is dressed up so nicely, but this is another one. So let's move to the second. Number two reason why I'm grateful for in Hong Kong will be sea. It's surrounded by sea. It's just more kind of an island, although it's not like super tiny, but it's just good enough to do not feel, kind of grabbed up in a metropolitan city like it will be perhaps, let's say, Tokyo or like New York, you name it, Mexico City, which are just super huge metropolitan, cosmopolitan capitals. And apart from the pollution concentrating in there, there's not like a way to escape, like take out your neck somehow and just look somewhere else. It's just full of skyscrapers. Compared to Hong Kong, you can visit some near port by or a beautiful beach, which I haven't been. And if you are from Hong Kong, do not forget to invite me to go and visit a beach with you and film a video together. I've listened that there are some nice beaches over there, but such a pity that I've not visited any in the almost 10 years that I've been living in China. Anyways, oh, by the way, I have a nice video about a beach in China. I'll put it somewhere over here if you would like to go and watch. Let's keep going. So I love also that you can stare romantically. It just makes it such a romantic place, like you can go with your date walking just by the port, by the sea at night. And outside of this mall, IFC Mall, there is a very nice view. I'll recommend you all, where you can stare at the ships there, as well as take a ferry, I think, from one side to the other, if you will not like to go in metro. And at night is a great view, as well as at sunrise, and don't mention the sunset. I love the place. I think it gives that magic to that city, that bursting Hong Kong. I just personally love nature, so I think I will be more happy to live in that kind of ambience. Let me know what do you think about it. I mean, I've never lived in Mexico City, but I've lived near that place, which is Toluca, and it was just so on grab, just a city. Of course, there are some mountains, but I mean, living in a cosmo place like it's Hong Kong and having the sea nearby, it's just wonderful. I think it's just magic. Imagine how it would be to wake up early in Hong Kong. I've never done it, but I think I'll do it. And, have a yoga practice by the sea, or just have your breakfast nearby and watch the sunrise as well as the sunset. Of course, I've been endless times in sunsets, but it's very few times which I've been in sunrise. I remember one time where I took a client and we couldn't find a hotel and we had to watch the sunrise without any hotel. But apart from that, I love that place. Vibe, nature. So personally, I think that sea gives Hong Kong a sexy sparkle. And let me know what do you think about it. By the way, I also been in Hong Kong New Year. I think it was last year to 2 years ago. It was super nice in a cruise. Oh yeah, it was kind of fancy, but although I thought that it was too fast. As fast as we climb and make the countdown, Happy New Year! Like 3 seconds after, the ship was just going back. And reason number three is that they speak English as somehow their first language, as well as Cantonese. Like most of the people will be speaking Cantonese, but most of the people, if not the whole country, can be able to speak English. And I guess that a lot of you will empathize with me on that. It's a super huge advantage on visiting a country and be able to understand them as well as to communicate with them. And it's just comfortable enough not to get all the misunderstandings also about culture, because although some of them came from mainland China, but their culture and their mindset, idiosyncrasy of the people, it's already kind of westernized. So, of course, having English as their first language is a super convenient venue to go and make business. That's why many people is settling there to open their companies, as well as to visiting trade shows instead of perhaps going to China, because I think it's kind of troublesome with the language as well as other kind of characteristics, and that'll be kind of a visa. But that is number 4. We do not need a visa. So who will not like to go to the other side of the world knowing that you can get by with just English? That's just amazing. And you can kind of get that feel of being in China, because they are it's kind of chinois there, I mean, the style and the food, etc., etc. If you do not dare still to go to mainland, Hong Kong will be a great spot to visit and get that Asiatic mystic feeling. So that's a big one, which I am thankful for in Hong Kong. Just get out of have a rest, have a break from all those towns in China. Number 4 is that you can get all the international goodies that you can imagine. I mean, groceries, delicacies, all you can think of, it's there. There are so many Australian brands, as well as Japanese, Hong Kongese, Chinese. I even can find Mexican, Philippine, stuff from all over the world is there, because it's an international hub and a lot of people is doing business in trading, especially foodies, because it's supposed to be a world capital in cuisine. Like you can find restaurants as well from all over the world. And I love that, because once I was in China, I will visit Hong Kong maybe every month, not maybe, surely every month, and I will get my full haul of groceries, raw vegan groceries, as you know. A plane is passing by and I want to squeeze this. Sorry. So one of my favorite shops to stop by every time in Hong Kong was called Greens. Perhaps you know it, and if you do not know it, I'll try to search for the address of it, and I'll try to put the link down below in the comment section so you can go and visit. It has everything you need, like all kind of supplements, vitamins, vegan and raw vegan. There are some vegan cheeses, as well as go raw crackers, shampoos, the other end, raw almond milk. Oh my god, there are so many things there. I used to love some strawberry macarons or somehow really coconut. Oh yeah, coconut and strawberry. Love those things. Anyways, although it's pricey, it's not cheap at all. Sorry. Although that praise, I'm kind of mixing two words. That place is kind of pricey, not cheap at all. But once you live in China and you're working there, you think like, okay, if I'm here struggling with this and that, I at least deserve somehow a reward, because it's not even a reward. I mean, I'm working like this and I'm standing all these conditions and I learned the language At least I can treat myself to whatever I want. Otherwise, then it'll be just better to be living the life in Mexico, right? Where fruits and delicacies are super, super cheap, as well as a nice house on the beach, which in Hong Kong will be like unthinkable. But that was not the point. The point is that Hong Kong is a great venue to go shopping, grocery shopping. Yeah. My gosh. I love that supermarket, which is called the Marketplace. I love the Marketplace, but there's another one. How's it called? I forgot the name of the supermarket since it's been so long, which I haven't gone there. It's already 6 months, which I've been in Mexico. But anyways, it's in IFC Mall, and there are some few others. It's a super big international supermarket where you can find, wow, a ton of goodies from Japan, England, Mexico, Korea, China, Hong Kong, Australia. Gosh, it's my paradise. But the Greens grocery shop is just beyond imagination. For all those vegans, oh my gosh, if you are moving to China, Shenzhen, Guangzhou, and you would like to go and get some healthy goodies, please do visit that shop. And you can get as well a card, and you will get some discount. Can you listen? That is a car here. But it's just very quiet compared to China. You can listen to birds. Can you listen that?
Oh yeah, it's nice here.
So I was telling you that you can get a card and get points, and then get stuff discounted. So it's quite convenient. Last time I bought coconut yogurt there. Oh my
Gosh, it was good.
So that's it for grocery shopping. A lot of my classmates back when we were studying in Shenzhen University, they will also go Hong Kong from time to time to do kind of some grocery shopping from Indonesia, from Korea, as well as you can go and purchase your favorite skincare brands and clothes. If you're into luxury places and kind of high class stayovers, you will love Hong Kong because it has some of the greatest hotels, I guess, like worldwide. I love the fanciness in there. Like you can go, for example, Peninsula, and I've stayed in a few others before the years, which I love. So it's a great place for those luxurious-minded individuals, which who wouldn't like to stay there? By the way, if you are not into that kind of high-class budget, there is an option which is super popular among students, especially if you're watching my vlog and you're studying or planning to study in nearby Hong Kong, which will be perhaps Guangzhou or Shenzhen. There is this chunky mansions building, which there are a lot of hostels in there, and you can have a room for like 200 Hong Kong dollars or so. So yeah, that's pretty cheap. But we were not talking about that. And yeah, the places there are just princess dream like.
I love those hotels in there.
And the ambience is just so classy. If you would like to stay on a 5-star hotel in Hong Kong, I think, So that's something which I really like about the place, that there are so many options. If you like luxurious kind of lifestyle, which I do, but I do not always stay there. I've been staying also in Chungki Mansion a few times. And where else? Some other hotels. Let's move to number 6. Is that 6? Just correct me. Look at my manicure. Oh yeah, so Christmas-y. My God, Christmas is not okay. Next. Hong Kong, it's a great hub to go shopping, especially if you live in Shenzhen and the place is so nearby. Then you can just go and hop in their MTR subway and arrive in less than 40 minutes. So you are really blessed. Just in case you want to go and make some shopping in that luxury brand kind of island. So you can find almost anything you'll think of in Hong Kong. Of course, you cannot really find really cheap stuff, like not branded stuff. That'll be better in China. If you want to go to those markets in China, will be perhaps Dongmen, just very nearby the frontier. How to call it? Frontier is in English, frontera español. 边界 in Chinese. I wonder how is it in English. Frontier? I don't know. Border. Just crossing the border, there is this market in Shenzhen which is called Dogman, and a lot of foreigners go there to purchase some clothes and stuff, which is not the best quality, but many students do. Anyways, shopping in Hong Kong is fantalicious.
It means fantastic and delicious. It means like
You can go and purchase from your favorite luxurious brands there, as well as from your favorite kind of low budget that a lot of people go for. Forever 21, H&M is there, like the stores are super huge, as well as a lot of skincare products, which I love, and all kind of shoe brands, and what else? Shopping in all regards, from foods, clothes, garments, and body care, you name it.
And everybody up to the right. Can you feel that thing? They paid it up tonight. It started by the money, money, money. We don't need your money, money, money. We just wanna make the world best. Forget about the price tag. Need it by the change, need it by the bring, wanna make the world best. Forget about the price tag.
Jewelry. Oh my gosh. Super big cuff of jewelry. Like, you will find all this jewelry stuff with people buying like every day. Of course, especially on some festivities, because like,
yeah.
but almost every day there are some people purchasing something in those super luxurious jewelries. Every time I stare at them, I'm like, wow,
Those girls are lucky.
to get bought such fancy jewelries. Look at Margarita not wearing even a ring or a bracelet. How can that be possible? Whenever I see those, super heavy necklaces with gold and jade. But anyways, Hong Kong is the hub for the jewelry. Because perhaps you do not know it, or you know it, but Shenzhen is the factory of the jewelry. So that's why Hong Kong is so nearby and it's so convenient to be retailing them there. And yeah, I'll strongly recommend you to go and visit Hong Kong once for shopping, although it's not cheap. If I'm in Mexico, I would prefer a lot more to go to LA or San Francisco or somewhere nearby USA, to purchase branded stuff, as well as my groceries in Whole Foods, of course. But Hong Kong is a place, if you're living in China and you want some kind of westernized stuff that you're used to it, and if you're missing home and you want some candies from your country, surely you can find them there, etc., etc. Again, it's not cheap at all, but it's a place to shop. What I mean is, basically, you can find things that you will not find in China, and you have to pay the price for them. So, one very important thing, and it's gonna be number 7, it's that I am very thankful for that I found a lot of vegan friends in Hong Kong. There is this vegan community, which some of them are from Shenzhen, the majority, as well as from mainland China, other cities, and a lot of them, a big part of them, which are really pushing up the movement, are from Hong Kong. I'll show you a picture here if I can find one, where I met this girl, Angie, which is a super pioneer in Hong Kong. She's working with a TV show, doing all these programs about she healed herself, becoming vegan. And I have all these other friends, which are also trainers, yoga instructors, etc., etc., which are also leading this movement in Hong Kong as well as in China. Because as you may know or may not know, there are a few vegan fests in Hong Kong, and they will be the ones like organizing mainly the whole event, inviting some brands, international new groceries to display there, and I've been there like once or twice. It's very nice. I think you can find a video somewhere over here. I'll put it if you like to take a look of what you can find. And I feel very happy because sometimes in China you can feel lost, and in China there are so many vegans, I'm telling you. But they are westernized and they kind of know other things which perhaps in China, I mean, in China they follow veganism in a different kind of way, which I mean, the main diet is different. They will eat Buddhist kind of thing. And in Hong Kong, they use a lot of salad. So I'm very thankful that I found them, that I met them, and that I also got involved somehow in this movement because of them and with them. And hopefully that we can do more cooperations in the future and grow this audience more and more with more Westerners, because there are a lot of Chinese involved in this. Some of their meetings take place and in Shenzhen as well and in China. I've been to one, was it Thanksgiving? Yeah, I think it was a Thanksgiving or a Christmas kind of event. It was like 2 years ago. If I find a clip, I'll put it here. And it was basically an exchange of gifts. You have to take a gift, and they'll take some gifts, and everything, of course, like cruelty-free. And the whole event is a buffet of just vegan food, and there are a lot of Chinese attendees. I think that there was just only one foreigner, I mean, like non-Chinese. And there were these friends, which I talk about, of Hong Kong, the leaders. I am very thankful that I found them, as well as I found the Veggie Fest, Vegan Fest Hong Kong, which is super fun, and you can get to buy a lot of groceries in there and get to meet a lot of people. And yeah, you are a person from Hong Kong and you are involved in this movement and you have some venues or some, events coming soon, let us know in the comment section. So if we would like to take place in that, we can also join, as well as if you are from Shenzhen and you are interested somehow in veganism, etc., just let me know in the comment section so I can get to develop these subjects more and more in the future videos. Let's move to number 8, and this is one of my favorites ever. Nah, not like ever. Christmas in Hong Kong. Oh my god, is that good? And of course I'll put you some clips in here so you can understand what it means to celebrate Christmas in Hong Kong. Because as you may know, or may not know, in China people do not celebrate Christmas, and of course they recently do, just for the sake of having dinner with friends, and not family really, just a kind of day to party around, like, oh yeah, let's go have dinner and dress up nicely and have all these decorations. But they do not kind of have the significance of what is really to celebrate Christmas, and that is more like a family gathering as well as a nice dinner together, no matter where you are, if it's luxurious or just a simple thing. But Hong Kong does how to do it. And I love the Christmas decorations in Hong Kong, especially out of Harbour City shopping mall. There are always some special decorations and it's just super beautiful. I'll recommend you if you want to spend your Christmas somewhere and you like a recommendation. I think Hong Kong is a great place. A lot of people will go out to the streets and just do kind of a parade, like walk in the streets will be closed, no cars can pass, you're free to flow and be happy. And of course, one advice is that you have to make your reservation with a lot of time in advance, because there are a lot of places which most of them will get packed, and it's very expensive in Hong Kong. I remember I wanted to spend it with my family, and it was like we have to pay around 800 Hong Kong dollars or over 1,300 Hong Kong dollars. So that will be quite a lot, especially if I just want one salad and I'm happy with that. So you have to think about it if you want to spend Christmas in Hong Kong and you are on a low budget. I'll recommend you to do a picnic somewhere if you can, and do not go eat dinner because it's going to be packed and it's going to be expensive. And yeah, but it's lovely to walk the streets in Hong Kong. I've been there last year and it was fantastic, fabulous. And the 25th, you will wake up and you feel the Christmassy ambience all around. And you're thankful for that. Compared to China, which I've also spent a lot of Christmas. Most of my years were in China, like 8 Christmas in China. And there's nothing much happening there. Like the classes will go on. Like if you're in university, like I was, There'll be exams on Christmas Day because they do not celebrate that. It's not official holiday. As well as you will go out to party, of course, because for the sake of business, a lot of restaurants have somehow a Christmas dinner. And the 25th you will wake up and it's just a normal, ordinary next day. So you will not feel that kind of, so it's nice to have that ambience. And I think I've never felt more Christmassy, not even in Mexico. We celebrate in a different way. But in Hong Kong, it's just really fancy. It's just really a thing to do. And yeah, I strongly recommend you to visit Hong Kong during Christmas. You feel the shopping, you want to have your chai, sipping on your hot
Chocolate mocha-licious tea.
just wondering, like,
Yeah.
so yeah. Number 9, it's gonna be that there is no visa needed for Hong Kong. Oh yeah. And I think that a lot of us do love, with big L, love that fact. Compared to other big countries nearby, which do need a visa, and their restrictions are, more and more strict each time. And there are so many different kind of visas and this and that and yeah. So Hong Kong is just a paradise to travel without any restriction of a visa. And I love it. Raise your hands if you do too. So that would be a big reason why the international community in Hong Kong is super huge. Like you can find all kind of things from all kind of countries, all kind of friends, cool languages, and goodies and products and fairs, so I love that there's no visa needed, and that there is a strong international community there of travelers, of tourists, of business people, of expats, etc., students, and so on and so forth. If you have ever visited Hong Kong, please let me know in the comment section what are your thoughts about it. Did you like it, and why did you like it? And if you didn't like it, let me know as well why you didn't like it. To the number 10 reason of why I am grateful for in Hong Kong is that gratitude, thankful. Someone came to join me in my video. So the number 10 reason of why I'm grateful for in Hong Kong will be that just 5 hours time from Hong Kong's international airport, you can arrive to so many capitals in Asia, like is Seoul, Korea, or Tokyo, Japan, or Philippines, Manila, as well as Bali, Indonesia, which is not the capital, I know it's Jakarta, but you can arrive to super many different kind of spots around. So basically, if you're a tourist or a traveler and you love holidays and you are super stressful in Hong Kong and you want to travel, you have to enjoy the opportunity of living in a super centric hub. And I know that tickets are kind of cheap from Hong Kong to all of those smaller countries around Asia. What I love about Hong Kong, that most of the big flights are depart from Hong Kong and are cheaper. It's cheaper if I fly from Hong Kong than if I fly directly from Shenzhen, as well as it's more convenient because there are more flights. There are a lot of flights from Hong Kong International Airport, one of the biggest airports in the world, and you can get directly to so many countries in Asia at less than 5-hour time, which is super convenient and a great deal monetarily as well as time efficient.
So
That's what I really like about Hong Kong. And if you're watching and you have ever been there, or if you're living there, kisses to the world, kisses to Hong Kong, let me know, let us all know why is that you are grateful for in Hong Kong. Let's just leave some positive comments in the comment section about our thoughts and ideas. I hope that you have enjoyed this video a lot, as well as I enjoyed making it for you, and give this video a thumbs up if you did so, as well as be welcome to subscribe to my channel for further videos to come.
yeah.
And ring the bell if you want notifications to arrive, and do not miss a video of mine. Be welcome as well to become one of my Patreons. I'll leave the links just really now. Kisses to the world, and I'll see you next time. She's not thankful that I like Hong Kong because she gets to get alone.